Hey, everybody. I've been meaning to do this since September. I was invited to speak to a group about 100 people about becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you to Jimmy Rodriguez and the Inspired by Unity Brands for asking me to come and speak to the group. It was an awesome piece. I'm just going to go over a quick version of what I did there and I spoke to the group about. So again, I have a nice little screen share going on and we'll go from there. So again, one more time, thank you to Jeremy and all the best luck to anybody that is following along and viewing this video. This is about being the best version of self. You need to actually take care of yourself. So again, thank you for your time and an opportunity to share with you. Thank you. I'm always especially over the last couple of years, realizing how much gratitude is important. Again, thank you one more time. In the video, as I will be posting this on YouTube, feel free to comment or ask questions. And also on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Best places to find me on Facebook, Joe Borelli. Instagram, where I post a lot about mindset and fitness. You can catch me at Coach Joe Borelli. So this is a quick version of a little bit about who I am. Definitely a family man. I've got my girls up at the top, my daughter Liliana, my daughter Hannah, and my niece Juliana. I am a coach by trade and an educator. I feel at best when I am giving back. And I'm an athlete of myself, but behind every great man is even a better and greater woman. So I cannot give enough to my wife, Holly. I do so appreciate and love her. There's so many things that she's given to me over the years. I cannot thank her enough for it. But again, it's really good to be able to share a little bit about what I've learned over the years. So a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Like I said, I'm a family man, an educator, and coach. My big pet peeve is about being accountable. And the only way to be successful, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, is be accountable to oneself. And I'm an athlete at heart, former collegiate athlete at the soccer level, playing at Westfield State. Back then it was college, now it's university. And we did play a little bit of semi-pro indoor soccer with the Legends. That was out of Springfield. That was back a long time ago. Still a fitness enthusiast, recreational athlete. I take life serious, but you also need to know that taking life serious means you need to work hard and play hard. My goal is to strive to do my best and help people become their best. And the only place you see success before work is in the dictionary. So again, I want you to become the best version of self, but you need to take care of yourself. I get it. You might be asking me what you want me to do. So again, I spoke to this earlier, but the hardest person to hold accountable is you. And now I'm speaking of the adolescent moving to adult, but specific adults as well. All right. There's no one to hold your hand and tell you what to do. So this is where you have to hold yourself accountable. So how do we do that? You have to make yourself bulletproof. So it's a bulletproof mindset and a bulletproof body. And also we're going to talk about your spiritual side as well. So again, you cannot give what you don't have. So you can't pour from an empty cup. So it's about taking care of yourself first. So what do you do? How do we do that? So I'm going to go a little bit about your habits, because your habits are about what dictate about what's going on in your life. So it's a time for change. So we're changing the old habits into new habits. So again, you do not decide the future. You decide your habits, and it's their habits that decide the future. This is from Frederick Matthias Alexander. All right. So many different things that we could talk about. All right. I'm just going to get into 6 habits that are going to drain your energy. And then I'm also going to talk about 6 habits that are going to help you with your energy. All right. So this is from Healthy for Happy. So again, draining your energy, overthinking, inconsistent sleep patterns, hanging with negative people, not exercising, sedentary lifestyle, holding on to anger and resentment, having a poor diet, and not drinking enough water. So a lot of things, what people don't want to accept. So your weight is a reflection of your daily habits. Your wealth is a reflection of your daily habits. Your mood is a reflection of your daily habits. 90% of the problems in your life are your fault, and excuses won't solve anything. One more thing, one more time, a lot of people don't want to accept is it's their responsibility. So again, habits. How do habits really affect your life? Well, think about a habit like an invisible thread. Every time we repeat the act, we strengthen the strand, add it to another filament until it becomes a great cable and binds us irrevocably, thought and act. So again, our habits become our actions, become who we are. So again, talking about from a spiritual standpoint, I'm not here to preach, but I'm going to talk about the Bible, I'm going to talk about Buddhism, and I'm talking about everything else and how they all interact. But don't let evil conquer you, but conquer evil by doing good. Doing good means creating those good and healthy habits. All right. We're talking about anger and resentment. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So let's talk about forgiveness. We're all human. I'm not going to say don't ever get mad. However, you got to let it go. All right. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. Let it go. Let yourself relax. We talk about who you surround yourself with. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are you around those that are negative and toxic and just partying all the time and not successful? Or are you there that are striving to become the best version of themselves? Not better than anybody else, but better than who they were yesterday, but are supporting you in regards to that. Again, choose carefully. Again, going back to the Bible, spend time with the wise and you'll become wise. Surround yourself with winners, surround yourself with like-minded people, people with ambition, and people who will push you. Who do you surround yourself with? If you can't change the people in the group, change the people in your group. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So let's talk about from a mindset start. So again, overthinking, anxiety, depression, they just drain your energy. So if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. And if you're at peace, you're living in the present. I encourage you to figure out how to live in the present. Focus on what you can control. So going from the Joy of Movement, Kelly McGonigal, she is a psychoanalyst in regards to how going through data and found out that through going through this data that you can actually help curtail and help yourself with anxiety, with depression. All right. And it comes down just from movement. And I'm also going to show you how movement's also going to be helping yourself as well. So we're talking about just steps. Everybody has a smartphone, right? They can always check their app for their steps. The average daily step count required to induce feelings of anxiety and depression and decrease satisfaction in life is 5,649. The typical American takes 4,774 steps per day. Across the globe, the average is 4,961. So you're wondering where the epidemic is. Oh my goodness, it's because people aren't moving. Your body is made to move. Movement is medicine. But what's really cool too is now losing unhealthy weight. People are like, well, how do I lose unhealthy weight? So let's talk about creating a healthy lifestyle habits. So NEAT. NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Thinking about walking. Remember I just mentioned steps? Thinking about maybe gardening. Think about standing at your desk. Maybe taking a quick walk break every half an hour for 5 minutes. All right. So now we're talking about NEAT. We're going to talk about walk, water, and sleep and the 777 rule. And we're going to talk about how it helps you make healthier lifestyle choices, but it also helps you with your mindset. Again, the anxiety, the depression. All right. So the 777 rule applies to NEAT. You want to walk a minimum of 7,000 steps. 10,000 plus is the game plan, but minimum of 7,000 plus steps a day. Minimum of 7 cups of water a day, and consistently 7 hours of sleep every night. So what they found from the NEAT and the walk, water, sleep and the 777 rule, and not only helping your mindset, but what it does is it burns calories just because you're moving. They found those that move more tend to be more slim, all right? And those that are more slim tend to make healthier choices. They eat better, they walk more, they drink more water, they sleep better. Things to think about. And again, now you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Again, I am a coach by nature. I am a CrossFit trainer, and I'm also a personal trainer. Plus, I'm a proponent. I practice what I preach. So with the NEAT principle, the next step is you have to look at exercise and nutrition. So you have to eat the lean proteins, the vegetables, the fruits, a little bit of healthy starch and healthy fat, okay? But you need to do weight training. It doesn't matter what kind of weight training you do. You need to do flexibility. It doesn't matter what kind of flexibility you do. And you need to do conditioning. It doesn't matter. As long as you're doing a minute of those 3 times consistently every week of each. And now we want to talk about eliminating or significantly reduce, again, the sedentary party lifestyle, the anger, and the crap. The crap means carbonated, refined, artificial, processed, or whatever else affects your mind, body, and soul. All right. Again, the little things that matter the most, because how you do anything is how you do everything. Today's effort determines tomorrow's success. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. As we talked about, those are habits. It's what you do consistently. It's about the process, not the outcome. So again, if you want changing in your life, you have to change your habits. So as mentioned before, we had 6 habits that really kind of hindered success in life. Now we're going to talk about 6 habits of successful people. Read daily. They make health a priority. Okay, again, sleep, eating right, moving, all right, putting into their body and their mind. They're always looking for opportunities. They're remembering a why of why they're trying to be successful. They're trying to constantly upgrade and improve their mindset, and they work efficiently. They have a checklist. I need to do this, this, and this. Okay. So again, success takes discipline. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. Like I said, even the Bible verse that I shared earlier, it says you have to choose to do good. And again, from a habit standpoint, you have to choose to do good consistently. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. I'll give you the example of a beach body, right? Do you want that pizza now, or do you want that beach body come summertime? As a coach, as a trainer, we always say the beach body is built in the wintertime. It is at the end of December. You're 6 months away from summer. Now is the time to take the discipline to build where you want to go. So again, we talk about be the change you wish to see. Never waste a second of your life complaining. There's a reason why you have to go through everything. Sometimes you have to go through the same thing multiple times because you haven't learned the lesson. All right. So here's the thing. Complaining doesn't solve anything. If anything, if you know anything about the law of attraction, it attracts them. The more what you think and do, the more you attract of what you think and do. Again, the more problems you'll have, the more you infect other people with your problems. So again, I ask you, I beg of you, please don't be an infection, be the cure. So again, one more time, whoever seeks good finds favor, but evil comes to one who searches for it. It's about what you focus on in your life. So here's the big thing, and this is just for all the adolescents and adults alike. It's time to grow up. No one owes you anything. Your success and failures are in your head and your head alone. Quit crying about what somebody didn't do for you. Quit waiting for a handout. You think some fairy godmother knight in shining armor was coming to save you? No one's coming. This is all on you. Grow up and get after it. It's a little bit of tough love. But what you need to say as well is you're more than capable of doing this. In order to get better, we need to develop. I encourage you to get a growth mindset. A growth mindset means you believe in your intelligent talents can be developed over time. I'm a big proponent of it. I wasn't always the most athletic. I wasn't always the best at a sport, and I wasn't always the fixture in the classroom. However, with time and disciplined habits, I eventually became at the top of everything that I pursued. I want you to move away or work on if you do have a fixed mindset. That means you believe talent is inherent and it is what it is, all right? And it's fixed. So if you're not good at something, you might believe you're never good at it. Again, I want you and encourage you to follow growth mindset, knowing that you can change your stars. So again, remember, it's a process. It's going to take time. And we always want to think about progress over perfection. So again, I want to let you know that I believe in you. And the big part, though, is if you believe in yourself, anything's possible. because it's your life. So as we start coming in for a landing here, I want you to understand what success looks like and why we need habits. All right. People think success is just a straight line. Just because I decided to start doing something, it is what it is. But what it really looks like is that squiggly line. The squiggly line is a road of failing. Not that you're a failure, but it's about what you learned not to do on your path to where you're headed towards. So just remember, there's a lot of pit stops, ups, downs, energies. Life will happen. Keep your eye on the prize and never stop aiming for your goals. All right. And again, this is why it's so important to build those habits, because on your path to what you're aiming for in the process of doing it, your motivation is going to run out. Motivation is like pushing. You can only push so much. David Goggins, who's considered one of the most recognized military, Navy SEAL, everything in regards to it, he's a big mindset guy. All right. And you have to do your best work when you're least motivated. This is what he truly believes. So in order to do that, you have to build a habit. This is when you want to go to the gym when you don't feel like it. This is why you want to get up and read that book when you don't feel like it. This is why you do your flexibility training when you don't feel like it. This is why you food prep, because in the middle of the day when you're stressing out, you're not going to necessarily want to have a healthy chicken breast with a salad. You're probably going to want to have the pizza and the fries. But if you've already built a habit and you've already established all that networking in regards to it, this is where the habits pay dividends so much. So again, you might say, well, how do I and where do I start? So again, we talk about consistent action creates consistent results. Either which way you go, healthy or non-healthy. All right. But in order to go where we need to go, we need to know that setting a goal, making a plan, enlisting help if needed, get to work, stick to it, adjust your actions, reach a goal. And I say, now what? Now what means what's your next aim? We don't just hit one goal and stop living. That's not what we do. The next thing is once we get to the top of one mountain, then we got to go for that next mountain. All right. Always be grateful for where you're at, but always know that there's more work that needs to be done. So again, one more time, I mentioned this earlier, the hardest person to hold accountable is you. So going from there, knowing that the hardest person to hold accountable is you, all right, you can always reach out, always get a mentor. I mentioned that on the previous slide. One more time, enlist help if needed, whether it's a group. If you need to start going to the gym, get a gym buddy, get a personal trainer. If you need help with maybe a life standpoint, hire a life coach. They're all about that. So going for there, I'm letting everybody know that a leadership summit is beginning. All right, it's a group right now in this area, myself and a couple of other experts in our field or leaders in our field or in their individual field, but in this area are looking to create more leaders. We're starting to see a very low acumen of leadership that is coming out. And because of this need, we've decided to create a leadership summit. So the goal, though, again, is true leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. We need more leaders specifically in this community, when specifically in this country, and more importantly, in this world. So the big part is we're going to talk about why we need that. So we've got the paradox of our age. We have bigger houses, but smaller families, more conveniences, but less time. We have more degrees, but less sense, more knowledge, but less judgment, more experts, but more problems, more medicines, but less healthiness. We've been all the way to the moon and back, but trouble crossing the street to meet our new neighbor. We built more computers to hold more information, to produce more copies than ever, but have less communication. We have come a long way on quantity, but short on quality. There are times of fast foods, but slow digestions, tall man, but short character, deep profits, but shallow relationships. It's a time when there is much in the window, but nothing in the room. And this is from the Dalai Lama. All right. So again, we're seeing an issue again about, it's very superficial about what's going on. And we really truly believe that a lot of growing up and more maturity is needed, specifically in the leadership realm. So again, the purpose of Leadership Summit is to help build up the leadership acumen in a local area and to give back across all industries. The group will network and build each other up, share experiences, best practices with novices to industries, and eventually we're going to create a mentor group for middle school and high school age children. So again, going back to where you are, I want you to understand that everybody's square one is different. What I want you to understand is I want you to start where what you are. Do what you can with what you have. I believe in you. Any questions, any thoughts, please don't hesitate to make a comment down below. Again, I appreciate all you guys and thank you so much for your time. Have a great day, and here's to an awesome 2022. Thank you so much. God bless.